Good evening, welcome back. So I already did a video once taking this apart, started dissecting it, and I realized Dum Dum didn't turn the mic on. In case you're wondering who Dum Dum is, that's me. So I got started on taking apart the 2017 Gibson Gold Top Tribute. As you can see there, we got all the tuners off, the truss rod, hardware, strings. I should have pulled the knobs. And then I realized I was taking this apart because we're sending it out to get refinished, but I also wanted to take out the PCB board that was in it. Well, the person that I purchased this off of said nothing in the listing about him changing anything else. So to my surprise, they had already changed the PCB board out. So this has the Burns pots in it with the Russian caps. I looked those up. You can get those pots and those caps for around 40 bucks. That's not a bad deal. I've watched a lot of reviews on the Burns pots and heard a lot of good things about them. I've never had a set, so we'll get to check those out. Obviously, I'm taking them out right now, though, so it can get a refinish. The other thing that I noticed was this normally had 490R, 490T pickups in it. And I was going to cut the plug off of this set because all the other ones that I've tore out, I've just sold on eBay or Reverb. And to my surprise, they had changed the pickups in this too. So I'm not sure what kind of pickups these are. So I'm going to have you guys take a look at them. And if you know what they are, you can comment down below. I guess I could reach out to the seller and see if he knows. I just now thought of that. But if you guys know what they are, you can comment down below. I will reach out to the seller. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I could have did that a day or two ago. So let's get these pulled out here. They do have the vintage pushback wiring on it. And they must have been an aged pickup because like I've showed you guys before when I first opened this, you could see the aging and the string marks and stuff on it. So maybe they came like that. So they're not a Gibson, but they do say MH2 in B for bridge is 7.64, so maybe that's their version of a Memphis historic spec. And then here, this one is an MH2N NECA 7.5. Those are the ohms that they read on them, but I'm not sure what brand they are. I have no idea, but they do have some nice aging on them. I do like that. And I'd mentioned in my other videos that I wasn't going to clean that off, that I was just going to let it roll. But I have no idea what brand pickups these are because there is no brand labeling or anything like that on there. So if you guys are familiar with these pickups, shoot a comment down below. Let me know what you think they are. And I will reach out to the seller and I'll let you know if anybody does comment. I'll let you know if you were right or wrong. And that is if he answers me. I don't see why he wouldn't. But yeah, so they did change the pickups. They changed the pots. They added the thumb bleeders. And I was right. They did change the tone and volume knobs too. These had the gold ones with, I don't think I have a set here, do I? Maybe on the ES? Nope. They were the gold ones with the silver reflector knobs, you know, in the top. So that's what originally came on it. And they did change the pickup rings to black and the poker chip to black. And they put a 5-ply pick guard on it. And I don't think they changed anything else. But one other thing that I did notice that was actually really cool. Where is it? Right here. So check these out. Let me set you guys down here. So back in the day, you guys know, original ABR1 bridge did not have these inserts in it. They drilled them straight into the body. And then you had these for the adjustment. Well, check this out. This is the first set I had like this. So I'm pretty sure the guy changed these too. All the other ones that I've had have been solid, and you would adjust it up and down in the insert, and this was kind of a fixed deal, and it just had enough for the bridge to sit on it. So this is kind of cool. It's more like an ABR1 but it doesn't screw into the wood. It screws into the insert. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's my first set of those. I mean, maybe Gibson does use these, but I've never run across those yet. So that was a pretty cool little surprise there too. So, and then there's the Gibson Deluxes. We're probably not going to use those again. I might use them on something else, but we're definitely going to go with a Revolution or something like that with a locker. But yeah, so here we go. Take another look at that, and I just let the pickups fall. But yeah, those are the Burns pots with the Russian caps. I'm going to have to desolder the pickups and the input jack, pull those out, and commission this for refinishing. The top on it is actually in really good shape. It's a little dirty, and I might be scratching it up now. It does have a little chip there underneath the pick guard from the screw, but I'm sure that would polish up real nice. But with all the scratches in the back and everything, we're trying to make this absolutely mint. And I think this is going to be one of the guitars that go all gold with the maple cap still showing. I don't know, but I'll get the solder gun fired up and get those pulled out. I'm not going to do that now because obviously you guys would have to wait for that, and nobody's going to sit around and wait for the soldering gun to get fired up. But I just wanted to do a quick update. I am getting this tore apart, and we will be taking it to get a full refinish, as well as the tobacco burst. And you guys are picking the color on this one. So this is probably going to be the last chance. If you guys have any suggestions on what colors to paint this, shoot it in the comments below. I'll go ahead and set you guys back over here, and I'll grab that and I'll shoot a couple of my ideas that I had with it. And if I can get this to go where I wanted. So just a spoiler alert, there's a lot of different blue suggestions, different colors of blue, but there's a lot of blues. So it looks like we're heading towards a blue. So if you guys don't like blue, shoot a comment down below, but we are going to put down every suggestion on the whiteboard. I got it out and I started right on it, and I didn't like where I was going with it, so I wiped it off. But we are going to put all your suggestions on that whiteboard, and we're going to set it up and talk about all the different color combinations that you guys have talked about, because this is the viewer's build. The one thing that I am going to veto on this is I am going to put a stinger on it, probably. I've never had a guitar with a stinger other than the Zach Wilds, and I think that looks pretty slick on a maple neck, because once this is sanded down and it brightens up, we could do a body color match stinger on it. I'm not against you guys choosing that. It don't have to be black. It's definitely going to be black on the gold top, because I'm going to put one on that. But yeah, so if you guys have a suggestion for what color to paint this, we're going to paint the back and the cap. And if you guys want color matched stinger, we'll do that. Or we can just do black like the headstock. But so if you guys have a suggestion on the color for this, go ahead and comment down below, because we are getting very close to taking these to get refinished. Now, my dad did mention in the comments, there was a guy out of Michigan that does refinishing. So I'm gonna look into that further before I take both of these to lathe, because I may give another YouTuber or a viewer a shot at refinishing. Lathe is about the only one around me that can do really good work. So without mailing it out, I can physically walk into that store, and that's what I like about it. I get a little sketchy when I got to mail something to somebody, especially when they didn't purchase it. So a little sketched out about that. If you guys watch Trogley, I notice most of my viewers do watch Trogley. It says other videos your viewers watched, it's always Trogley. So if you guys watch him, you'll know he lost a lot of guitars because he sent a big wad of them at one time to get refinished. And he ended up getting a few of them back, and he found his stolen Flying V, I think on Reverb or something like that. But yeah, so I'm a little sketched out about sending something to somebody that didn't pay for it, because they really have no obligation at that point to send it back to you, especially if you send them money to paint it. So they could get a free guitar and money to boot to put it back together. So I'm a little sketched about mailing it to somebody that I've never seen or can't physically walk into an establishment. So maybe I'll get over that fear, maybe not. I'm going to look into this guy a little more. My dad said he looked at his website. It looks like he does some really good work. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk about where these are going to go to. When I get Pops over here, we're going to go over the colors and suggestions of what we're going to do for electronics and stuff in it. Because even though the guy changed all this, I will be putting Gibson stuff back in, at least Gibson pots and pickups and, you know, hardware, stuff like that. Definitely we'll save those pickups and pots for a different build. Maybe it'd be an Epiphone. Again, like I said, we got geriatric guitars sitting back there, Globals, Harmonies, a Montana. We got tons of Epiphones and other things that we can use this kind of stuff in. When I do builds like this, I like to use OEM parts. Like the 2021 50s standard that I built from Stratosphere. Everything on this is Gibson, obviously, except for the tuners. Those are the Revolution locking tuners, which is probably what I'll go with on these since they have the Clusons. And those are really slick because you get a Grover style tuner that locks on a Cluson platform. And then again, use the Memphis Historic Spec pickups out of the 345 in this, and the 300K Gibson linear taper pots in the Honeybee paper and oil caps. So the other thing too is, might as well show you guys, this is another one that was done at Lay's. This is the only one we have left. This one's Dad's. This one was done in a polyurethane finish. So it will always stay looking like this unless, of course, you chip it or scratch it. But it's never going to age your finish check because it was done in a poly. This is a Corvette Orange, and it does have the Fishman Active pickups in it with the rechargeable Fishman pack inside of it. But I'm not against the polyurethane, excuse me. But the one thing I don't like about polyurethane is it's not going to age. It's not going to turn colors. It's not going to finish check. It's not going to get that mojo that I like. Now, my dad, he likes minty guitars. He don't like finish checks and players wear and stuff like that. So he was a little bummed out when his Gold Top P90 standard got, or it's classic, but still same thing. Headstock's a little different, but he got a finish check in it. He was a little butt sore, but he's like, yeah, I'm accepting it because I know it's going to happen. But yeah, he likes really minty guitars. I'm on the opposite spectrum. I like stuff that looks like it was used. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like nice looking minty guitars, but I'm not against players wear and stuff like that. But we're going to have some fun with these ones. I thought about just relicking this one some more, but I thought, you know, why do that when we can have a lot more fun with it, change the color on it. This one, like I said, it's going to stay gold, but I think we're going to do all gold with a raw neck and the stinger on the back. So, and that could change. Maybe we'll just refinish it the way it is and put a stinger on it. I don't know. I'm not 100% confident in what I want to do with this one, but I know it will stay gold. So just a quick update on those. If you guys have comments, suggestions on what color to paint this one, get them in now because we're coming down to the end where we're going to be writing them all on the board and talking about them and then taking them or shipping them to wherever they're going for the refinish. Up next, stay tuned, is the Lay's Loft amplifier projects I got going on those. It's another reason you don't have much time left to suggest a color for that because we're getting ready to make some moves. So if you guys have a suggestion, get it in now because time is down to just a few days. So next video, I'm going to show you what I got done with the Lay's project, and then we're going to get down to Lay's, and hopefully we can make it down to their North Canton factory because I have not yet been there, and I've seen a lot of pictures of it and talked to Steve about it, and it looks really cool. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we are at 825 or so subscribers now, so we're getting close to that 1,000 mark. And we're going to talk about the giveaway when I show you the Lay's projects. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you for watching.